Hello and welcome back to my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Today I am doing a reading for Capricorn. All right, this is a love reading basically, and there is any type of sexual energy that happens to come up, I will read that too. This is not going to be highly sexual, so don't feel like it's going to be inappropriate, or if you don't want to hear it, like it's PG, maybe rated R, but no more than that. It's definitely not going to be very highly sexual. For those of you who are looking for that, you are not going to find anything rated X here. So I do get some people that are sometimes comment that they're disappointed that that's not what's going on my channel when I say sexual energy. Okay, it is mostly love energy, and if sex comes up, I will read it. All right, let's get started. This is for Capricorn, and this is for June 2021, give or take, a few weeks. It could just basically mean starting today up until early summer. All right, I have to get some good shuffling going on here, Capricorn. These cards I cannot shuffle like I could other cards, so shuffling might just take a little bit longer. I'll get a couple traditional shuffles for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's get you some cards. All right, so let's cut the cards, Capricorn, and see what's going on for you for June. Temperance, 8 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, and 5 of Swords. All right, Capricorn, you have 3 swords at the bottom. Okay, so you definitely have things going on your mind. I'm going to, oops, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take the Knight of Swords. Okay, a lot of swords going on, lots of thinking. I'm going to take a clarifier for the top row. So your energy looks like there is action. It's very action-packed, Capricorn, okay? Got a lot going on as far as things that you're wanting to do, to pursue. Oh, this chair, hold on. Is my cat behind me? No. Okay. Okay. All right. Queen of Pentacles. All right. I'm getting from you, Capricorn, more of a sexual energy than I have for the last 2 or 3 reads that I've done. I feel like there is definitely somebody out there that you are highly attracted to and wanting to express that to. Jeez, I'm sorry, it's my couch. It's the chair. That you're kind of wanting to express yourself. You have the Knight of Swords, which really is like a fast acting, of all the swords, because swords are very high, like deep thinkers. This is the one that thinks the least. They're more action packed. It's kind of like that rebellious type of teenager, rebellious young man, that sometimes touch and see type of person. So, and I'm feeling like this attraction to this person right here is someone that's a lot calmer than you are. Capricorns can be very intense people. Okay. And when they want something, they kind of want it now. And I feel like you're basically finding yourself in a situation, Capricorn, where you have to like find a way to control that. And the reason that I'm thinking is either you are in a current relationship already, or you work with this person and it's probably not in your best interest just to jump into things, or you have to be careful how you approach things, or both. Okay. So, you're kind of working with temperance right now, as far as the Knight of Swords energy of you wanting to just go after this person and just express or confess your feelings to them. If you're already a little involved with this person, trying to get yourself a little more into their world might prove a little bit challenging, because there seem to be some challenges here. And a part of me thinks that you or they are already kind of committed. And they haven't fully disengaged themselves from that person. Doesn't mean that they're living married to the person, but it could be somebody maybe who's kind of still dealing with an ex, or could be someone that's married even too. Or it could simply be somebody that you are working with, and maybe having a relationship in the workplace is frowned upon. But there is a person of high interest that is in your world, more or less. Okay. And I'm thinking that it could be even, I'm thinking it could be somebody that's a little bit more in a seniority position than you are, Capricorn, okay, with this Queen of Pentacles. This doesn't mean that it's a woman. I mean, it's just the energy of the woman. And because, the Pentacles really are about finances and working, and it's also a very stable person. It's a more mature person as well. So it could also be someone in the workplace that you work with that is either more mature than you, older than you, or it could be a person that's in a higher, has more of a seniority level than you are. So that could be more or less frowned upon. But for some reason, you just can't get them off your mind, okay? And you're finding yourself very hot, met with cold. Hot, met with cold from this person. You also down here, I'm sorry, I totally jumped over this Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, teamwork, working together. And it's also about like teammates at work. It could also be building a home, but in this case, I don't think this is about building a home with someone. I think this literally is the workplace. You work with this person. I think for the most part, many of you work with this person. It could also be that you go to school with this person. Okay. It could be somebody that's in a little bit higher position than you are. If you go to school, like if you're in college, this could be maybe a professor or a teacher's assistant. Could be a counselor or something like that. And it could be, roles could be reversed. It could be you that's in the higher position, and therefore things are not working out the way things can't proceed, I should say, the way you would want them to. Now, down here, you have all swords. The Sword of Truth, it's also the sword of, it's also the card of somebody being on your mind constantly, not being able to get them out of your mind. They're like really deeply in there. You think about this person a lot, and you can't really get them out of your mind at times, okay? The Two of Swords. So you have the Ace and the Two. So there's a progression there. It's kind of moving from your feelings and having them on your mind into, okay, I want something to happen here. I want to make this a reality. What is the next step? And sometimes with the Two of Swords, it's a difficult decision, and you're kind of like weighing your options. Okay. I don't think you're avoiding anything with this one. I think for you, this is more of a progression, going from just thinking about it to actually wanting something to happen, for you to make things happen, make it, trying to figure out a way how you can make things happen. Okay. And I feel like because Capricorns, you are an earth sign, but aside from the Virgo, because the Virgo I think is super intuitive and is always thinking, and sometimes they overthink, overanalyze. Capricorn, you're kind of like that too. I think that for you to get into a relationship is something that you put a lot of thought into. So I don't think it's any wonder why you have the Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords, why you have a lot of swords just to begin with, okay? Because you really are thinking about, I think that you do think about the consequences and what if and all that, but when you come to the conclusion that this is probably not a good idea and you don't think that you should be able to, you're not sure if you can actually navigate this because of the circumstance that you guys might be in. I think that it comes to haunt you and you sort of can't let go. And you can see in this card right here how it shows like this guy's kind of struggling with a headache. He seems to have a crow on his shoulder. What I'm seeing here, there's a lot of blood in the background, is this person, to be triumphant, really had to work at something. And he can't, like this nagging feeling, he can't let it go. I don't think that you're able to let this person go. And I think it's going to be something that's going to bother you until you actually give it a shot. From what I'm getting, if I look at it from the standpoint of the other person, is that this person is not necessarily avoiding you. I think what they want is, regardless of what position you're in versus what position they're in, I feel like this person really would prefer that you put the effort in versus them putting the effort in. And for some reason, I think it's just easier for them, for things to fall that way, because at least, and I really feel, Capricorn, that they must be the person in like the higher level person, because from the cards, I'm feeling like this person kind of needs for you to do most of the chasing so that they are absolutely sure that if this is going to work out, something's going to happen, that they are 100% sure that it's what you wanted as well. Okay. With all that stuff going on, I think anywhere with this Me Too movement, I know that's kind of gone with the pandemic, but it's still there. It still exists. That this person really needs to feel 100% that you want this and you are willing to pursue them mostly, because I don't think that they're the ones that want to make any type of movement toward you. I feel like this person is the Queen of Pentacles in this case. Okay. And they are, very practical people. And because this is financial stability, I feel like this is the person that, in essence, not literally, may sign your paycheck. And I feel like they need to have like that sense of security as well. Okay. Knowing that if anything's going to happen between you two, that it's a very mutual agreement between the two of you. And I'm kind of sitting here looking at this Eight of Cups. And it seems to me like you're just, if you look at this card, the Eight of Cups is the card of abandonment. In this case, I don't see it as abandonment. I see it as an opportunity that you are noticing, and you're being more or less guided that way. So you have something here almost that you're letting go, this little fire, but you're walking toward the sun. Like there, you just see value in this person. You really see value in this person. I want to address too, I am seeing a level of sexual energy on here. I just, I try not to make it very sexual either, because I don't want it to be that kind of a read. But with this Ace of Swords, Capricorn, I feel like this person, excuse me, this person, when they think of you, they have a lot of sexual thoughts about you. Okay. I feel very strongly that this person is more in the power position than you are. And there's a possibility that they may be a little older than you as well. Okay. But I feel like they see your youthfulness as like a huge turn on for them. And they're not, they don't want to show that side of themselves either. So they really are masters at hiding kind of that feeling, also being that it is in the workplace. But you really are on their minds a lot sexually. And that's kind of what I'm getting from these two cards right here with the Temperance and the Ace of Swords. I think that they're very realistic with what's going on and they understand what's going on. But because things are the way they are as far as like the dynamics at work, that they really want to make sure that if things go that direction, that it's going to be a mutual feeling between the two of you. I'm not getting a highly, deeply emotional connection with this person on their part as well. So it could almost be, whether you want to hear this or not, Capricorn, like you are more of a sexual attraction, someone that they fantasize about, someone that they would like to experiment or have an opportunity to be with sexually. I'm not really getting a lot of like cup energy or even like wand energy where it's more like a flame that's burning for you. It's more of a mental, I think, attraction. The Ace to the 2 is also like a progression, but it's a very mental thing. Okay. So for you, it might be something that you want to pursue. I think you have a little bit more feelings invested toward this person that they may of you. I think they're very intrigued sexually by you, and it's something that they do think about a lot. Just like they are on your mind a lot, deeply in their mind. You're on theirs too, but I feel like on their part there's a lot more opportunity for sex and more like fantasy fulfillment for them. You have the Knight of Swords, which to me in a way kind of says that you might be okay with that. Capricorn, some of you might be perfectly okay with having a very highly sexual relationship, more of a mental connection versus like a heart connection with them. So if you are looking for a mental connection and a sexual connection, and you think that you can emotionally detach from them, and it won't cause problems in the workplace, I think this could work for you. But you really need to keep it mental, don't let your heart get in, because I think that's what they are afraid of when they're trying to really keep things very separate. That your heart might come in it and it may end up causing some issues. But I am seeing some very, I think, sexual thoughts that they have about you, Capricorn. So that's all I have. It's not that interesting, but that's what you have right there. Okay. All right. Please like, subscribe, or comment. I would love to hear any type of feedback. And I will see you later, Capricorn.